This time we're going to make a leafing vine from small to large. I love the way that these curve. Take one cord, find the center, and put it around your pin. As far as the cord that I'm using and how many and the length, that will be in description. Take your second cord, find the center, and then you want to place the center underneath the cord, and then you'll tie a double half-hitch knot. Grab your loop, grab the second loop, tighten it up, and make sure that you keep your anchor cord tight so it doesn't kink up on you. And attach a total of 4 cords this way. Then you want to make sure that the anchor cord is even and make adjustments as needed. And then slide them up so they're nice and tight. Bring up the other cord so it's going to be up on top of the double half-hitch knot cords. And then start making double half-hitch knots down each cord on the other side of the anchor cord. On the left side, grab your cord, bring it down, and do double half-hitch knots with each cord. And don't forget to pin your work so it doesn't move around on you. Now repeat on the other side. Now tie a double half-hitch knot with both anchor cords on each side. Now back to the left side, tie another row of double half hitch knots. Then repeat the same thing on the right side. Then back to the left side, do double half hitch knots down, but this time you will gather your working cord to the anchor cord as you work down. And repeat for the right side. Gather up all your cords and either choose the cord on the left or the right, it doesn't matter which, and tie a double half hitch knot. Then move your cord over underneath all the other cords and tie another double half hitch knot. From the group of cords, you want to find your longest cord, pull it out, untangle it, make sure it's nice and free, not tangled up. And tie a double half hitch knot. And you repeat this until you have 6 cords out. Adjust your pin so it'll hold your work. I move my board so the cords are facing me, and you tie a row of double half hitch knots, working up the board. I just completed the first row. You bring down your anchor cord and you remove one cord out of the way. And then tie your second row of double half hitch knots. Tying the last cord on the second row, bring your anchor cord down and take one cord out and pin it back. And tie your third row of double half hitch knots. Bring your anchor cord down and remove a cord to the side with the other ones and tie one more row double half hitch knots. Place your pin right beside your work. Wrap the anchor cord around the pin and tie a row of double half hitch knots. And this will be your first row. Take the next cord from the top as your anchor cord and tie another row of double half hitch knots. This will be your second row. But this time you will add a cord that was pinned back. You will probably want to remove your pin so you'll be able to pull it tight and close to your other work. Take the next cord and tie another row of double half hitch knots. This is your third row. You will also add a cord in at the end. Fourth row is the last row. You will tie a row of double half hitch knots, but this time you will gather your working cords to the anchor cords as you work your cords in. And you will bring down the last cord that you had pinned up and do a double half hitch knot. Bring both groups of cords together. Tie a double half hitch knot. Bring your cord to the other side and tie another double half hitch knot. And once again, I move my board so it's easier for me to work. And now we're just going to repeat. We're going to pick out the longest cord, work it out, double half hitch knot. Until you have 6 cords out. And repeat the same thing. Bring all your cords together and attach a new cord with a Larkhead and a double half hitch knot on both sides. And slide it up. Add one more cord the same way. And now we're going to find our longest cord and do a double half hitch knot until you have a total of 10 cords out. And now you just repeat, but you have more cords. Make rows of double half hitch knots and leaving one cord out for each row. And we're going to jump in just a minute to several rows being done. Just completed 5 rows. We'll take the cord out. We need to make one more row, so you have 6 rows total. Place your pin by your work. Bring your anchor cord around and tie your first row of double half hitch knots working down. This is the second row. And on the second row, you'll be bringing the next cord down. You'll be moving the pin so you can get it close and repinning it. Third row is the same, adding a cord to each row that was put aside until you're on your last row. This is the last row, row 6. You will do double half hitch knots, but you will gather the working cord to the anchor cord as you work down. Bring in the last cord that you had pinned aside and make a double half hitch knot. Bring both groups of cords together. Using your last working cord, you will tie another double half hitch knot. Bringing the cord to the other side. And tie another double half hitch knot. And again, you just repeat, working 10 cords out, making a row. That's the second row, the third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. Place your pin. Bring your cord around, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. Double half hitch knots around all the cords, and then again to the other side. Add 2 more cords with larkheads and double half hitch knots on both sides, just like you did before. Find your longest cord, make sure it's untangled, and do double half hitch knots until you have 12 cords out. And we repeat, row 1. This is how I have my board set up. Row 2, row 3, row 4, 5, 6, 7, pin, wrap your cord around, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double half hitch knot everything together, and then on the other side double half hitch knot. And repeat until you have 6 sleeves with 7 rows. I hope that you like this pattern, and if you do make it, please send me a picture. Thanks for watching.